Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXTCG, and we are here to talk about some Dragon Ball Super Fusion World content today. I think we have enough cards coming out to actually start making deck lists, and yes, they will change as we get to test play, as we get to see more cards. Maybe a Bomb SCR or SR comes out that we just didn't see, because I'm thinking, you know, maybe 2, maybe at most 3 SRs per deck, and we don't know what color the SCRs are going to be. So with that being said, we're going to jump in. I'm going to start on Frieza because we got multiple yellow SRs first, and I think we can really work with this. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to set a like total for 150 for this. I know we can do it, DBS community. And then the last thing I want to say is I'm also building my Dragon Ball channel on the side. So if you want to show the brand love, go over there and subscribe to the channel, like a video or two, and help it grow. I've got things like Dragon Ball Super manga spoiler reactions. I just summoned on the brand new Dragon Ball Legends Universal Spirit Bomb GT Goku banner, and soon we've got JP Dokkan Anniversary coming up, so hey, it is what it is. Now let's jump over to the card view. Alright, so right here, basically what I wanted to go over is this is my preliminary kind of Frieza list, right? And on screen you're seeing the first half of the deck. It is yellow, and we know that in this game yellow's color identity tends to be tapping things down, and when it does have access to removal, it is through destroying tapped things. So the first thing we're going to go over is the leader. This is the starter deck Frieza leader, starter deck 4. Its front side, as per usual, is just draw a card when attacking, and then its awakening is just when you are at 4 life or less, draw 1 card, flip this card over. Then you get to the back end, 20k power, when attacking, draw 1 card, and then end of your turn, choose up to 2 of your battle cards and switch them in active mode. What this is going to allow you to do is swing, like attack with a lot of blockers, but also untap them so they can block on the following turn. Or you can attack with really good cards that you have and then untap them so that they can't be attacked. They have to be removed through effect. Lastly, there are going to be some cards like an SR that we got spoiled that can only untap through this effect or another effect. So we're going to end up using those in conjunction. So yeah, leader is one of the simplest things to go over. The next thing I have is I have 4 of the, there's a lot of 4s in this deck because I want maximum consistency. 4 of the sorbets. It's just a 1 cost on play, draw 1 card. For you guys are going to start seeing a trend here. If you're a One Piece player that likes to my channel and you're interested about the Fusion World game, Dragon Ball Super has a lot more draw power than One Piece. If you're a Dragon Ball Super Masters player already, yeah, this is just going to be more of the same. But this sorbet is going to be a draw 1 card when it gets played, so you're just going to play it, see your next card. Now the thing about Dragon Ball Super is that if you are a One Piece player, you're going to be able to combo or counter, as you may know it, off board. So if you play this and draw 1 card, you can then attack with your leader or another battle card and combo this card to add the plus 5k onto your attack value. So seeing your next card and potentially having 5k worth of combo power, very good. That's why we have 4 of them. Next, we have 4 Ginyus, and this is just a activate main, switch this card to rest mode, draw 1 card. Now, you cannot combo with a rested battle card on the board. However, you will be able to untap this at the end of your turn if you're awakened to make sure it has to be removed via effect, which isn't that hard to do with its stat line of 5k and 1 cost. Not hard to do, but it does at least have to be removed via effect. And every time you can turn this guy sideways, you are going to be able to draw an additional card. So that's already 8 cards that will be able to cantrip, and that's really nice. Next, I have 3 of these Dodorias. It's just a 1 cost blocker. It's never going to be able to swing on the leader without comboing because it's 10k, but that's fine. He's really just there to block. And then there's other important factors that we're going to get into later. Now, this is going to be one of the most important cards of the deck. It is a 2 cost, it is a 15k, it can go neutral with the leader if need be, but it is also a 10k combo value. And activate main, switch this card to rest mode, look it up to the top card of the deck, and look at the top card of the deck, and then reveal up to 1 card with Frieza's army and its special traits and add it to your hand. Place any remaining cards at the top of your deck. One of the things I try to do with this deck and why I have this card at 4 is because every single card in this deck is a Frieza's army card, allowing you to constantly be able to turn this card sideways, pick up your next card, and keep it moving. So that is already 12 cards that are just going to check your next card and add it to hand. And that is what we want to do. We want to keep it moving. We want to keep adding cards to hand. We want to cycle through the deck so you can get to all your good pieces. Next, we have Zarbon. And this is our first Self-Awakener. 2 cost 20k, so it can go neutral with an Awakened leader. It can also swing an Unawakened leader for 5k over, which is good. 5k counter power. It's a blocker, and on play, add 1 card from your life to your hand. Easily simplistic, but one of the best cards you can possibly have in your deck. You will play him for 2, gain a card from your life to your hand, effectively drawing one and getting you closer to Awakening. He can swing for 20k, and if you do Awaken that turn, you will be untapping him at the end of the turn with your leader ability. This is very, very good. So he can just press, he can block, he gets you a card, brings you close to Awakening. And then the next card we also have is Frieza. Same stat line exactly. 2 drop for 20k for 5k combo. When attacking, you're going to add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards at the cost of 3 or less, switch to rest mode. This is not only a Self-Awakener, but this is going to be one of the cards that allows you to start taking like snipe shots at lobies on your opponent's side of the board. So very, very good. Do not underestimate. Next, we're going to move over to Kui. Kui is a 3 cost for 20k, 5k combo value, so he's going to be 1 cost higher than the 2 aforementioned cards you just went over. However, he is a blocker, but when he is KO'd, you're going to draw 1 card. Now, if the rulings hold true, when you get minus by red, it is not considered KO. It is the card going to the trash via game mechanics. However, in most cases, you'll be able to get a block off with this guy. He'll die, you draw a card. Yet more draw power. I think looking at the initial cards, Frieza and this kind of deck build may just have the most draw power you can possibly have in the game. And that is all we have for the first page. But transitioning over to the second page, we're gonna get a little crafty. You're gonna start seeing event cards and whatnot. But we're gonna start it off clean with 4 copies of the newly revealed SR. Frieza, it's a 4 cost for 40k, 5k combo power. Now permanent, this card cannot be switched to active mode during your charge phase, meaning once you swing with him, he is going to be sideways. However, it is the effect of your leader Frieza when it's awakened that's going to be able to untap this guy at the end of your turn, allowing him to be safe from most things but removal, and then he's going to do effect, and then he's going to be able to swing next turn. So this is a very, very strong beater, and he's very, very strong for the 4 investment that you put in. Simple, straightforward, effective. The following card we're going to have 4 of is actually going to be your Golden Frieza from the starter deck. It's a 5 cost, 0 combo power, 35k swinger, double strike, so it is the guy that you're going to try to push through to end the game with. And when attacking, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's rest mode battle cards, and it cannot switch to active mode during your opponent's turn. Going to be a very, very good card to pin down cards that were pesky. If you somehow stall your opponent somehow and they cannot self-awaken, you can use this card to stop a self-awakener, and that just gets like self-awakening for swinging. There's a lot of little utilities to this. You can't really snipe blockers because this R needs to target a rest mode card, but this is going to be able to stop something that may have swung heavy last turn from untapping and swinging again. So that's very, very neat. Once again, all these things are Frieza's army, so you are picking them up with the card that taps to just check the top card of your deck for a Frieza's army. Very cohesive, and that's the way I like my decks. Now the next card is the Chilai Super Combo. Realistically, in this game, Super Combos are going to add an extra 10k, so they're going to become 20ks only on the defense, and they don't draw. So it's going to be a much less sacky version of the super combos that we used to know. Now they are coming out with a nail super combo in yellow, but I opted for this one because once again it's Frieza's army. That's the main thing. They both do the same thing. This is just Frieza's army, and I wanted that to go with the cohesiveness of the deck. Following that, we are getting to our event cards. We have 4 death balls. While we don't have counters that allow you to go, okay, I'm going to tap 1 and negate the attack, these extra battles are essentially going to be the closest things to that. Tap 1, go up 15k, that's 2 to 3 cards worth of value off of 1, and that's where you want to be. So activate battle, choose your leader and up to 1 of your battle cards, and again, or up to 1 of your battle cards, sorry, and it gains plus 15k power for the battle. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards at the cost of 3 or less, switch to rest mode. This essentially will stop 2 attacks in most cases, unless your opponent's just stacked with medium sized to boss cards. This should stop 2 attacks, but your opponent can always sequence correctly. If they only have 1 3 cost and then a leader, they can always swing with that 3 cost against Yellow to make sure they can't get 2 for 1 by this card. So be careful. Then on top of that, it's a Frieza's army once again, so it can be picked up off the top of your deck. Next you have Crusher Ball, and this is actually unique too. 4 copies of this as well. Activate main, draw 1 card, and switch up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and switch it to rest mode. This doesn't have a cost requirement, so you can switch anything to rest mode, and this is going to combo very, very well with a lot of cards. If you per se take this card, you pay 1 for it, draw a card, and then switch something to rest mode, and then you swing with your Golden Frieza and you pin it down. That's a good combo play, and it is once again another card that just draws a card. Between the sorbets, between the sorbets, the Ginyus, that guy I can't quite remember at this very moment, the Crusher Balls, even the blockers that draw one when they get KO'd, there is so much cantripping in this deck that I can't even imagine that it's just not going to be able to play well on a competitive level. And next we have the last card I have in the deck. This is the Body Change. It is a 3-of. Now this is very interesting. 4/1. Choose one of your active mode battle cards and switch it to rest mode, then choose up to one of your battle cards the cost of 4 or less and switch it to active mode. This is really cool because you're going to be able to get some dual attackage out of a bunch of things. Activate main or battle, and you can use a card like this to put a sorbet that you already drew one off of to rest in order to untap your 4-cost SR Frieza. Or you can use it to untap your 2-cost Self-Awakening Frieza, and that's going to allow you to swing with it again, tap something else down, and Self-Awaken again, getting additional mileage. And when you look at it that way, it's actually really, really crazy. Let's say you have 4 energy, right? And you play Self-Awakening Frieza. You swing with him, and you tap something down, and you take a card from your life to your hand. That's awesome, right? But then you play Sorbet for 1, and then you draw a card, and then you activate Body Change and you tap that Sorbet to untap this guy, and then you swing again. This is now going to allow you to tap something else, or swing on swing on what you just tapped, or just tap something else and swing on life again, and then Self-Awaken again, pretty much making the entire transaction a break even. This Frieza replaced himself in hand when he swung. Then the Sorbet replaced itself when you played it. Then the Body Change effectively replaces itself because it untapped Frieza to swing again and get another card from your life, bringing you closer to Awakening. If that did bring you to Awakening, you are now going to flip over and draw an additional card. So all I'm saying is that there are plays with this deck, and I'm really, really digging it. So looking at the overview per se, I do think that there's a lot of cool things this deck has to offer. What we are looking at right here are no less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are looking at 12 cards that will just immediately draw a card when you play them. We are looking at another couple blockers, the Qui blockers, that are going to draw a card if they get KO'd. So potentially 16 cards of cantrip. We are getting a blocker. Well, we're actually, if you want to talk about cantrip, it's even more than that, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, including Apple, who's going to search your top card for a Frieza's army. We have 16 hard cards of cantrip that will play themselves and immediately get a card back when you use their effects. That's kind of wonderful. Then we are going to be looking at conditional 4 from Apple. So that's a total of like 20 cards that cantrip out of a 50 card deck. We love to see it. Past them, 8 Self-Awakening cards in the form of Zarbon and Frieza. You'll love to see that. And then you also have the boss cards, the beaters, which are Frieza and Golden Frieza, along with the fact that Body Change can get some very, very nice plays in with both the Frieza SR as well as the Frieza Self-Awakening. I think it's simple and straightforward, and I can't wait to get a chance to play this. I can't wait to actually get a chance to put this together. We're going to be doing a case opening on the channel of this, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So let me know what you guys think of this. We're going to start doing articles about this and One Piece soon enough when we get all the full set spoilers, and we can go over those. I hope you guys enjoyed a video like this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Let's give a shout out to the Patreons real quick before I head out, and yeah. Alrighty, it's that time again. Time to give a special shout out to all the people that go the extra mile to help support this channel, help support this brand. I thank you. And on this Patreon, you're gonna find articles that are way too long to go on the channel in Ooh, video form. So normally it's just one piece, but soon it will be Fusion World 2. I also do product giveaways. It is becoming harder and harder to find a box of OPO5, so we're gonna keep looking, but we might have to go for OPO6. And we got Fusion World giveaways on the way too after Los Angeles's, you know, just whole entire card fest thing. Also at the very end, I just want to give a special vocal shout out to the people who go the extra miles, the BRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRRR the next video. Thank you.